So very happy to be back. And I am back. I am back. I'm ready to rock. I have a new series for us for Mind Heart Mondays. And I'd like to hear how you guys are doing. Hope you had a wonderful December. Thank you for all the prayers, for all the love, the support, everything. Truly appreciate it. And I am recovering. I'm doing better little by little, day by day. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this new year. I'm going to get into a prophetic overview of this year. I'm going to release this on January 8th, actually, because the Lord had already put it in my spirit. January 8th is the day. Little different than usual. I usually try and share the overview at least within the first 3 days of the year, but no. This year is different. This year and this next series of years is different because we are in a new dimension. This is new territory, it's new beginnings, it's new everything. And actually, this is the year of new beginnings squared. Kind of like last year. Last year was 7 squared again. And I'm going to get into this in the other video. I want to get into it now, but I can't because I'm doing Mind Heart Mondays. But yeah, it's very exciting what he's been showing me, and I can't wait to share it with you. But Mind Heart Mondays, this series, I literally just wrote this. I knew kind of a general idea of what I was going to do, but this is what came out. We're talking about mind renewal. It is January. This is the month that we typically talk about new year, new beginnings, New Year's resolutions, my goals, my hopes and dreams for this year. And all of this is wonderful and beautiful, but if we were to be honest, we'd probably remember that by February we've forgotten what we were going to do, or we lost momentum, or we lost our zeal, or we lost our motivation, whatever it is. But we're in no ordinary season, so I want to equip us to have true, lasting, new change for us. So I'm calling this Mind Renewal. Very simple title. And I'm going to share 3 stages of what it looks like to truly renew the mind and reset the mind to actually have that new perspective you've been hoping to get, the new mindset that you've been wanting to overcome, or I should say the old mindset you've been trying to overcome into a new mindset. I'm going to prepare us and equip us because this is, like I say, this is no ordinary season. We're in new dimension. So, hi everybody, welcome in the chat. Good to see you all. Glad you're back. I am back and I'm excited. So yes, this series, I'm going to equip you with some strategies, good strategies to get your mind not only excited for your new, whatever it is that you have in mind, that I want to do this new this year, or I want to work on this year, but have it truly set and ready. Okay? How's everyone doing? There's only you. Hi, Sue Cute. Baltimore Benny, good to see you guys. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of people in the chat, so maybe not everyone's saying hi, but hi everybody. Good to see you guys. I'm so glad you're here. How is your new year so far? By the way, everyone that's in the chat, how is your new year so far? And everyone watching on the replay, feel free to comment. We are in day 5, and I like to say, I like to give myself the first 7 days to kind of transition into, okay, that year's over, now I'm moving into this new year. 7 is a powerful number. It is a number of completion, and really, if you think about it, 7 sort of guides our entire life. There's 7 days in the calendar. Usually it takes 7 days to get over a virus. I mean, there's so many like nuances here to this number 7 when it comes to our humanity. So I kind of go by that rule for myself. 7 days, then I'm ready to move into the new. But this year, the Lord gave me 8 days. Perhaps because it is the year 8 squared. I don't know. We'll have to see. But how's your new year so far? I'd like to know. So, this whole idea of going from my old to my new. This is not something new. I've shared this a lot. This is actually a lot of what I teach because I do teach on the inner healing journey. And the inner healing journey is all about letting go of my old and so that I can embrace my new. I can't truly be the new me if I'm still stuck in old patterns, old mindsets, old habits, old strongholds. I mean, the list goes on. Hi, good to see you guys. Welcome, everybody. So I wrote 3. I'm going to go over 3, actually. And I'm really going to get deep into this, okay? Today, I'm just going to overview it for us. But beginning next week, we're going to get into the first stage and state, I should say. Because there's so much to this, y'all. There really is. But it's also, I feel like it's general enough for all of us to kind of grasp it. But you can go as deep as you want with this. Okay, so 3 stages for me to have mind renewal. What does that even mean? Renewal is a constant state of newness. Renewing my mind is a continual state of new. This means that I'm not passively renewing my mind. This is something that I have to participate in. I have to be the gatekeeper of my mind, of my thoughts, which means I'm the gatekeeper of what I'm listening to, of what I'm watching, what I'm absorbing, because it becomes a part of my belief system. I've taught this for a while, so we all know this. So renewal is a continual state of something being made new. And in this context, it's our minds. I have no idea what that means, but that's funny and cute. So let's see. The first stage to renew my mind is what I'm going to call the mental rot detox. Stage 1, I have to detox. I have to detox my old way of thinking. For some of us, this is not an easy thing, especially for these sort of strongholds in our minds. A lot of us have strongholds. They're spiritual strongholds that need to be broken in the spirit realm, which means you need prayer. You need to invoke prayer into your mental realm. This is why a lot of us have a hard time breaking these thought patterns or these cycles of how we think and how we relate to either self or others, because it's deeper, it's spiritual. It's not just a mental thing. It's not just mental illness. It's not just mental unrest. It's deeper than that. And we'll get into this a little bit more next week, because this is the week I'm going to teach on this. But also, if you are in a space where you feel like you need to kind of really dig deep into this, I am available for one-to-one sessions. You can reach out to me at she'srestored@gmail.com, or you can leave your email here or in the comments, and I can reach out to you. Yeah, so I'd be happy to work with you. So mental rot detox. Detox is a very grueling process. Again, especially if it's something that has been with me for a long, long time. The purpose of detox is to remove and cleanse all that is poison, all that made me or us unwell and sick, so that I can face my sickness and purge it. Okay, and this goes for every type of detox. In this constant context, we are talking about mental detox. Now, the junk in my mind, the toxicity in my mind, the sickness in my mind is connected to my physical realm. So if you are struggling with physical sickness, it is connected to your mind. And the deeper, it's like the deeper you go into a detox, the more health you gain. Hi, can you join? I would love to do a collaboration. You can email me at she'srestored@gmail.com and tell me more of what you have in mind. I would love to do that. I'm all about collaborating. So yes, we can. I can't do it now, I don't think, because I'm already live. I think I have to like pre-set that. But if you have something in mind, feel free to reach out to me. And my name is Ruby, by the way. Yes, great song. Cambriar, great song. So let's see. This is stage 1, the detox. The thing about detox as well is that you must remember going into this is sickness can feel like a friend if it's been with you long enough, even though it's slowly destroying you. So you're going to feel sick in your detox, even mentally. It's going to feel weird to address some of these ways of thinking, these patterns, these thought forms that have been with you for a long time, especially if it's connected to unhealed trauma, you know, your own mother and father wound that you haven't dealt with. There's so much that we get into when it comes to this, okay? And this is why, again, this is why I encourage you to begin your own inner healing journey so you can get a good grip of what's been ailing me all this time. What are the roots of my sickness mentally in this instance? Okay, so that's stage 1, detox. And again, I'm just overviewing these because next week I'll get into each, well, actually I'll get into the detox one next week. Stage 2 is recovery, is what I'm calling recovery and recalibrate. Okay, so once I have graduated, or I'm in the transition of graduating from detoxing, I go into recovery. And recovery is a space where I'm still releasing the sickness, but I'm also receiving the health. It's an ebb and flow, okay? Again, I must participate in this because some of it is a natural progression and process, because I've already said yes to say no to the bad, the sickness, the gross that I want out of my life. So I've already volunteered. I've already, as I say in my signature process, I've already acknowledged my pain. So now I'm accepting and embracing this process. This is step 2 in my signature process of the inner healing journey. So recovery is, it's a very delicate stage because I'm not quite well, but I'm also in a vulnerability because I'm receiving my new. Okay, so this is a very important stage to take good care of self. And then I also put recalibrate in this stage because the more health I'm gaining in my mental space, the more power I'm receiving to recalibrate my mind to become new. Okay, so this is a stage of transition, and transition is hard. Transition is grueling at times. But again, once you get to this space where you start to see the silver lining, you start to see the new, the light, you start to see what you're actually going toward, then it becomes easier. It becomes easier to let go of your old, and then cling to your new, which is the hope. The hope is I am day to day growing and becoming the better version of myself, the most healthiest that I could be in this side of eternity, which it's no easy feat. Okay, so stage 3 is no. So what I'm teaching, sorry, I just saw that right now. So I'm teaching a little on Mind Heart Mondays is all about mental health and heart health. So I'm going to do this series on mental health for us. So stage 3 is restoration and renewal. Okay, so in this stage, I am pretty much recovered from my old toxic thinking. And to be restored is to be brought back to my original state. Okay, in other words, in my mental space, there is a space that God has for me that is healed. It is unbothered and untouched by anything that I've been through in this life. And this is the hope, is that I can get back to this renewed state of mind. So I can begin to think with a sound mind. I can approach life in a healthy way. Not perfect, but healthy, stronger, better. And as I shared before, renewal is a constant, continual state of something being made new. In this instance, my mind. Because a lot of us have been through a lot, and we need to understand how to recover from what we've been through. And it starts with the mind. It starts with how I think. I've talked about this before. I'm actually going to get into this now because I think it's pertinent and relative to what we're going to get into. My mind has the ability to do so much, okay? A lot of us, unfortunately, in this time and space that we're in, with all of us being so plugged into our phones or the screen, I'll just say the screen because it doesn't have to be a phone, it can be a computer, it can be whatever. Where we have, and a lot of this, I think a lot of this did come after 2020 with the lockdowns, and everyone just kind of came inward, and so much happened. But because this lifestyle has sort of become the norm, our minds have sort of come into this space of passive thinking. It's almost like thinking is being done for me if I'm not careful. Okay? So I have to be extra vigilant with what I'm saying yes to and what I'm saying no to. And I'm saying that mentally. Okay? I am no exception. There are times I can be on my phone just mindlessly just scrolling, and I'm just sort of like absorbing what I'm seeing. A lot of times it could be I'm just taking it in like it's truth, like it's information. This is not the hard thing to do. This is all the time for some of us, okay? So this means that my mind is in a space of passive thinking. So I'm not even really acknowledging that I'm processing this as information, as truth. Okay? And if I'm not careful, then that becomes my belief system because I saw that, or I heard that, or I read that, or whatever it is. So in order for me to make sure I'm guarding my mind, I have to be in... Hi, welcome. I have to be in a state where I am cognizant of my thinking. I'm deliberately thinking. I have discernment. I have presence and awareness right now. And I'm saying, yes, this is for me. No, that's not for me. In the present time, in real time. This is how I guard my mind and protect my mind against what is not truth for me. Sorry, I saw something and then it vanished. So if you want to reshare that, please do. And yes, I am the gatekeeper of my mind. You are the gatekeeper of your mind, and you can choose what you believe. So that's that arena of thinking, passive thinking versus present thinking. And then, of course, there is past thinking and thought forms. And this is where our memories are, the spaces in our mind, the subconscious, where we recorded life that became a part of self, even without us understanding, for a lot of us, because we were too young. It became a part of how we thought about self, others, God, without our permission, so to speak, even though technically we do have free will. But this is a part of the mind that when I'm going through these stages, especially the first stage, I have to know how to access that subconscious part of the brain, part of the mind, where a lot of my default thinking comes from. A lot of times I think things because it's normal, it's natural for me, it's just the way I think about it. But I don't know or realize perhaps that it's not good for me. It's just something that I picked up or learned from my family or from my childhood or even from my trauma that I haven't actually really assessed. But we're going to get into all this in next week's video. So I'll be back next Monday with stage 1, the detox. The mental rot detox is what I'm calling it. But in the meantime, we have an entire week before I'm back with this video. If you're interested in my one-to-one sessions, I'd be happy to work with you. I'm actually back and my sessions are wide open for 2026. And I do mean wide open. I have no clients right now. So my calendar is wide open. I'd love to start working with you if this is something you feel you'd like to do. I did go to a new rate. Y'all, I told you, 2025, I locked that rate for 2025, but the Lord said, okay, we're changing that rate for 2026. So 2026, I am charging $57 per session, but I might give you a little discount if you find me here on She's Restored YouTube or She's Restored Instagram, and you're interested in signing up. Just you can message me either at shesrestored@gmail.com, or you can DM me on Instagram and let me know you're interested and you want the discount. Just say She's Restored discount and I will give that to you. But yeah, so I'm ready. I have my classes as well coming up here. And then our workshop for the winter, which I will release the date probably next week. So I'm glad I'm back. I'm glad it's a new year, and I look forward to working with you guys and whatever the Lord imparts to share and teach. Let's see, we are on the 5th, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 6, 7, 8. I will be back this week with the prophetic word on the 8th. That's the day I'm supposed to release it. So I will be back for that. Also going to do anxiety and depression class on Wednesday. And then I will be back Friday for our last day's live stream. So if you're interested in that, meet me here again on Friday. And then, of course, if anything else comes up, you guys, I will be back. But that's kind of my calendar this week. I want to say that I was going to do soul strengthening. I might do soul strengthening tomorrow. I might. because this is something you guys have, especially those of you that have been with me for a little while, you remember me doing that. And that was something that you guys really liked. And I've had people request me to do soul strengthening sessions again. So yeah, I might do that tomorrow. I might come back tomorrow and do a little teaching. I'm not sure on what yet. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the description or in the comments, I should say, or here on the live chat. And I would be happy to share that with you. Because yeah, it's going to be a good year for us. A very good year of the new. We're in the new. Gosh, I want to get into it, but I can't. I have to wait. Okay, I'm waiting until the 8th, y'all. I'm waiting until the 8th. I will. But I'm going to say this again. We're in new territory. Like new dimension. It's not even new territory. It's new dimension. And I'll be back. I'll be back on the 8th with more on that. Most likely I'll be here tomorrow. I will be back for sure on Wednesday for our anxiety Q&A. Those of you that are new, basically Wednesday I come on here and I do a little live teaching or just a Q&A about anxiety and depression. So if you struggle with that, this is for you. And again, if you're interested in my one-to-one sessions, she'srestored@gmail.com. And yeah, and I'd be happy to work with you because you guys, it's time. This is live. We're ready to rock, and I want you ready to rock. So, yeah, message me. I'll be back for sure Wednesday, and then on the 8th, and then Friday. Okay. So love you all so much. Hope you're doing well. Let me know if you need anything, truly anything. Message me. she'srestored@gmail.com. Find me on Instagram at she'srestored, at Sonia Other Leave It a Sound. Artists and musicians, you can also find me on Sonia Other Leave It a Sound YouTube. And yeah, as we grow that channel, then I will do more stuff on that channel as well. Okay, anything else before I say goodbye? Feel free to ask me in the chat. And then Zoe, if you're still here, Zoe, I would be happy to work with you or do a collab. she'srestored@gmail.com. Let me know what you have in mind. And that goes for anybody. If you guys want to do something with me, I'm happy to work with you. Just send me a message and we can go from there. All right. I guess that's all. I'll be back soon. And I'll talk to y'all then, okay? Have a great one. Talk to you soon. Bye.